Hi, friends. Welcome back to another weekly tarot reading. My name is JP, and this is Juno Drone Intuitive Arts. This week, we are going to take a look at what we can is. First, I will do some zodiac readings. So I will break down each zodiac sign, what we can expect for the week. So go ahead and choose your sun, moon, and rising signs. All three give you a little bit of a understanding on what to expect. If you're watching live, you can just watch and wait for when in the reading your zodiac sign is. If you are tuning in post, go ahead and go to the description section. From there, you will find the link within this video on what exactly your reading is. So we're going to get straight into the zodiac signs first. After those, we'll do a quick collective reading, and then if anybody's around and wants to chat, I could offer quick little mini readings. We'll see where we go from there. But for now, I'm just going to do some readings, figure out what's going on, and we can figure it out together. So first things first, what about Aries? What can my Aries expect this week? Aries, sun, moon, and rising signs. Forgive any ambient noise going on here. All right, let's see. Aries. First up, Aries, you have the Fool. So Aries, this week is going to be a new beginning for you. This is a bright new beginning to do something different, to try something new. You might have some opportunities to do something completely different within your life. All right, you might have something new starting a new job, a new opportunity. But also with the Fool can talk about a beginner's mindset and the importance sometimes of not allowing the assumptions of the past to hold us back. This is a very free and liberated card, someone who's willing to set off on a new journey and discover new truths, and not someone who is letting the past really hold them. Moving back to the US on Thursday. So yeah, I've definitely been lots of packing and moving things around. I'm currently at a hotel here in Tokyo, which is kind of exciting. So yeah, anyway, Aries, brand new beginnings here. Hello, Melissa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you guys could join us. I'm sorry that we're at a different time than usual today. We've got the Two of Cups here. So, Aries, this is also an opportunity for you to maybe meet with someone new. As it's a new beginning here with the Fool card, it could be a new beginning towards love for some people. Now, obviously, that is not everybody. So take it as it resonates for your life here. But there's a potential too with this Two of Cups card, or Two of Hearts card. Two of Cups is what this is. To really allow yourself to meet new people and allow these new connections with others to help grow your opportunities, your feelings. And it doesn't necessarily have to be meeting of romantic relationships. It could also imply the meeting of partnerships, coming together with somebody else in order to make something happen. And finally, the Ten of Pentacles. So this is ultimate abundance card. So, this could apply to many different things, but this could be starting some kind of business partnership with someone, or a business venture, or that kind of thing. Showing that any kind of new connections with people this week are going to be really fruitful in the long run in abundance. So allow yourself to make these new connections, to do new things, to open your horizons and be open to new opportunities. So Aries, sun, moon, and rising, I hope that's helpful. We're going to move on. Next up, we've got Taurus. So Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. What can my Taurus signs expect here? Taurus, sun, moon, and rising. Okay, Taurus, what's going on with you? You got the 10 of Cups and the 8 of Cups. Interesting. So Taurus, I think this week is going to be a big week in your pursuit of happiness. So Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, really allow yourself this week to make the choices and the movements and the decisions to help you align yourself towards your own inner happiness, and creating a world that is one for you where happiness is possible, and not being afraid to make the tough choices that might need to happen in order to bring that about, right? You have the 5 of Swords, which talks about maybe some naysayers in your life, or situations with others where maybe other people are not necessarily being the best for you, and making the tough decisions sometimes that require walking away from certain things, walking away from people or situations, or aspects of things that are not working for you. With the Eight of Cups, that means walking away from the things in life that once maybe were really important, but now have proven themselves to you to not be helpful in life anymore, and that there's a time for needing to walk away from some of that and embrace a little bit of a change energy, doing something a little bit differently. So you have that coming in here with the ultimate outcome here of Two of Wands, of knowing that you're setting off towards something bigger and brighter and more beautiful. So this week, Taurus, if you feel compelled and called to walk away from any kind of situation that isn't really working out for you, just know that that you can find that ultimate happiness, and that that decision to walk away from something, even if it's tricky, or make you feel like you don't want to feel like other people are looking at you in a negative way or anything like that. Just know that it is worth pursuing your happiness. Oh, excuse me. Ultimately, it is worth pursuing your happiness, and it's worth doing. Okay, Taurus, I hope that that is helpful. We're going to move on now to Gemini. Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Geminis need to know? Okay, Gemini. First up, you have the High Priestess. So, Gemini, this is a really intuitive moment for you. This week is going to be all about tapping into your intuition, channeling what needs to be channeled, and connecting into spirituality and the divine a little bit more. Kristen says, Taurus rising, kind of thinking about walking away from friendship that isn't consistent. Maybe I don't even need to have the conversation with them, but I kind of want to go. Okay, yeah. Feel it out. Feel how you're feeling about a situation for sure. Make sure you're making a decision from the heart. Okay, so with the Gemini here, with the High Priestess, there's something going on this week where you're really tuned into your intuitive forces, and you're letting yourself uh, connect into the spiritual plane. And there's something going on with that connection this week where you might be given some important insights this week that are worth listening to and paying attention to. So if you feel inspired to make any choices, to flow in any directions, to move any way, definitely it's worth doing this week. With the Ace of Wands, it's a new beginning for you right now towards your inspirations, towards the passions, the things that light you up in life. So if you're having any inspired ideas towards taking action on something from the heart this week, it might be worth listening to that intuitive force and making those decisions to make the driving action required to make certain things happen. With the Four of Wands, this is a homecoming card. So you are coming home to yourself this week. You're coming home to your inner light, your inner being. And there's a sense of feeling at home and at ease within yourself. And so I think that ultimately that comes with the Emperor here, of you taking very decisive action, you making the choices to follow the right steps, to follow the right moves, and to move in the direction towards creation, towards making your happiness occur, towards taking the choices and the actions and the steps required to follow your heart. And no, with the Emperor, the Emperor, he's in control of his empire. He moves things on the larger plane. He's thinking about things from a thought place, and is able to create the changes necessary in life to create whatever he needs to for himself. So just know that you can do that. You can move in those directions. You can make things happen. All right. So Gemini, I hope that was helpful. We're going to move on now to Cancer. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's up with Cancer this week? Okay. All right, Cancer, you are continuing with the juggle this week. You're juggling things in life, the balance between trying to make things happen and feeling like there's a bit of a stick in the mud energy. There's a little bit of both. So, on the one hand, you've got the Queen of Wands, and she is this deep, intuitive person. She is creative. She makes things happen. She sets whatever she sets her mind to, she goes out and she makes it happen. And she's able to create anything in her life that she needs. So, on the one hand, you have this energy. The other hand, you have the Hanged Man, which is this feeling stuck, feeling like not able to move forward. So, with these two energies together, I think it's important to acknowledge that there are days you know where you might feel like you need to step back, because the thing about the Hangman is here, this person has hung himself up on this tree on purpose. He's done it so that he can gain deep spiritual wisdom and insights. So you have the opportunity to make the decisions this week that you might step back a little bit some parts of this week in order to gain these deeply spiritual wisdom. And then other parts of this week, you need to get out there and push yourself out there in order to make things happen. With this Two of Pentacles, that juggle, that balance between those two impulses is going to be really important this week. Making sure that you're not pushing yourself too much one way or too much the other way, that you're allowing to strike this really good balance between these two types of forces in order to create and make the things happen in life this week that you need to. Finally, we have the Four of Pentacles, which talks about holding your cards a little bit too close. So I think that, with this balancing card, there might be a desire to fall into more of the Hanged Man energy, the reserved energy, holding yourself back energy. But I think it's important, in order to make things happen in life, you got to trust that you can make things happen, and put yourself out there a little bit as well. And so you are being encouraged, I think, with this card, to put yourself out there when you need to, and to make it a real balance. Yes, take some time for yourself. Yes, take some time aside to rest, to rejuvenate if you need to, but don't be totally held up. Don't be totally held up and alone this week. Make sure that you are putting yourself out there when you know you need to, and that you are getting out there, because there's going to be real opportunities coming in this week, I think, for you, Cancer, that will require you to embrace putting yourself out there a little bit. So just make sure that you do it. When those opportunities come, you'll know, like, okay, wait, this is my opportunity. I should put myself out there. I should get it out there. Just make sure that you're taking those steps and making the jumps that you need to make in order to really make things happen in a way that is helpful for you, and that makes you feel good and makes you feel like you can actually make things happen. But it's all about a balance. I think this week the most important thing is striking a happy balance between these impulses and making sure that you're getting what you need. So Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I hope that that's helpful. We're going to move on now to Virgo. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Virgos need to know this week? Oh, Kristen says Leo. You're right. Leo's first. Okay, let's redo. Yep, I would have totally missed that. Thank you, Kristen. Leo first here. Actually, I'm going to take this opportunity to shuffle. Oh, this is why I love doing this live and having chat there. Yeah, I would have missed your sign, Kristen. Sorry about that. Okay, Leo, Moon and Rising. What do Leos need to know? All right. Leo, what's new this week? Interesting. Okay, well, Leo, the first and most important card for you, I think, is the Magician. So for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, because honestly, I'm so surprised you're still doing a live. Yeah, every week. I do them every week. Just because I'm traveling. Yeah, I could have canceled, but I want to do it anyway. I think it's important. Okay, so with the Magician card here, there's an importance in knowing that you can make anything happen, right? That you have the tools necessary at your disposal to get out there and create the things in life that are needed for yourself. And so if you feel like you're lacking anything at all in your life, or you're feeling like things aren't working out, you feel like there's a bit of an energy of stagnation or something going on, just know that you do have the tools at your disposal, the power to create whatever you need for yourself. And so if things aren't feeling right, you can make changes. You can move whatever you need to move in order to make things feel better. Ultimately, you have the King of Pentacles, so this is going to be a really fruitful and abundant week for you. But it comes from you making the choices and the decisions that you need in order for that to come in. So this isn't kind of one of those times where you don't need to do anything. I do think that there are some steps and actions required of you, but if you take the right steps and the right moves this week, I think it's going to ultimately lead to this very abundant and fruitful place. Now, what are the kinds of steps and actions that need to be taken in order to find this? Well, you have the Knight of Swords. So there's movement in the mind, in the mental sphere. So I think that this week is going to be really important for you to get very clear within your thoughts and make sure that you've got a clear analytical thinking going on in order to make things happen in the way that you need for yourself. So what that means is taking the steps, changes you need to as well. I think there's some change going on as well, because you have the Eight of Cups, which is walking away from things that are no longer serving you. So I think that in order to feel as though you've got this deep abundance coming in, and to really align yourself with that, it's going to take some time this week to really think about what it is in your life that is necessary, the things in life, and maybe the things in life that you're ready to let go of, the things in life that you're ready to move away from, and really kind of deeply thinking about all of it and allowing yourself to have these clear thoughts on everything going on. And ultimately, that will help lead you in a place of clear headed thinking in order to make the decisions necessary to move in whichever direction that you want. So um, if you feel this week like you're ready to make some leaps and decisions and movements, just allow yourself to think very clearly about all of this stuff and make the moves and choices that you need for yourself, regardless. So yeah, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I hope that's helpful. Kristen says it feels like a private reading already. Yeah, that's great. I'm happy about that. All right. So yeah, Leo, I think that you have a lot going on. And as long as you trust your own intuition, know that you can make the moves and choices that you need for yourself to make things really quite abundant, and creating this sense of ease around you. It's definitely here for you. It's just going to take you to make the right steps necessary to align yourself with that. Okay, that was Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Now we've got Virgo for real. So Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Virgos need to know this week? Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. Virgo, you've got the Four of Cups. That was the first card came out. So with the Four of Cups, this week for you, you're being given a gift by the universe, but you're not seeing it for whatever reason. So I think this week it's going to be really important for you to maybe stop paying attention to all the things in your life that aren't working out, or the little things in life that, don't dwell on the small things this week. Don't dwell on the things that haven't worked in your favor, or aren't feeling what you wish they were. Any of those kinds of little things. Don't focus on that. Focus on what is the universe giving you this week, because the universe is definitely trying to give you a gift. So, shift your focus away. Excuse me. Oh, pardon me. It's early here. Shift your focus away from all the things that maybe, aren't lined up for you, or aren't moving in the right way, or didn't kind of work out in the right feeling. Any of those little things. Don't focus so hard on that. Instead, ask yourself, okay, what can I do to feel more creative, to feel more aligned with myself, because you have the Empress here, who's this like deeply, deeply creative card. And so this week you are really aligning yourself with the forces of the universe to channel in some creative wisdom and creative spirit. So for my Virgo Sun, Moon, and Rising, I think that this week you're going to get a lot of inspiration and creative inspiration. So I think you should really aim to follow that. Follow those creative drives and impulses that come to you this week, because they're going to be really helpful and important and help you feel as though you can create things and make things happen. With the King of Pentacles here, it's real abundance is coming to you this week, and I think it's coming from this creative forces. So allow yourself to really tune into that, and don't think about the things that haven't worked out. And especially, you have the grief card here. So if you worked on things in the past in one way and things really didn't work out for you and you feel lost about it, that's okay. First of all, it's okay to feel those feelings, but just know that things don't have to happen that way again. And if you've encountered setbacks and failure in the past, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will in the future. So don't focus on all the things that didn't work out and how things didn't work out before, because right now is a new time and a new moment, and you have a new ability to create something different, to move in a new way, to move in a different way. So embrace change, embrace things happening differently. And I think it's going to put you aligned in a place of feeling really good, feeling really in yourself, and feeling like things can be really good for yourself. So anyway, Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's my reading for you. We're going to move on now to who's after Virgo? Libra? Is Libra next? I believe next is Libra. I got my list here. Yep, Libra. Okay, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do you need to know this week? Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay. You've got a really great week this week. Well, you've got an interesting week this week. It'll be good. But the first thing that came out was the Wheel of Fortune. So for my Libras, this is a lucky week for you. There's a luck coming in. If you had a lucky break, what would you do? Start asking yourself that question, because you've got one coming in here. There's a real. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. I apologize for the yawning, everybody. It's really early here. Tune into this luck. This luck this week is going to be really helpful for you, of channeling in all the opportunities and possibilities for yourself that you can, and allowing yourself to move into those directions where you know that things are going to work out for you. Now, what's interesting though is you've got the Stuck card and you've got the Coming Out of Stuck, because you got the Five of Wands, which means being stuck, and the Seven of Wands, which means starting to come out and gain the upper hand. So I think a situation that you've been in for a while, Libra, where you've been feeling as though things haven't been working out, or you're feeling as stuck, or you're feeling as though you can't move forward, something's coming in this week to help you start to come out of it. And that's where this lucky break is coming from. It's beginning to feel as though you can actually make with the Two of Swords. So you're going to be given a choice this week to move in either one direction or the other. And it's going to be very obvious that one of these directions is going to help alleviate you from this sense of not being able to move forward, or feeling stuck, or feeling as though nothing is working out. One of the choices that you have this week is to move in a direction where things actually can work out, where you can move forward. And it's going to take you just realizing that choosing the path that is not filled with anxiety is the right path for you. So don't overthink things. Don't get lost and mired in anxiety this week. Know that you can move out of this stuff, because you've got this lucky break this week. It's a real lucky moment for you. So as you make this decision, as you choose whether to move in one direction or the other, just know that you can choose the choice that's going to be really good for you and really lucky for you. Choose from the heart, choose from what feels aligned, and don't feel as though you have to maintain anything that's keeping you feeling as though you can't move forward, right? You can let go of anything. You can let go of any situation that's not working. You can let go of any feelings that are holding you back in order to move in a more positive direction. So Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's the reading for you. We're moving on now to Scorpio. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Scorpios need to know? Really hope Libra in the thinking of makes good choices. Yeah. I hope you make some good choices too. Or the Libra that you're thinking of makes good choices this week. All right. This is Scorpio. Scorpio, what's going on for you this week? Scorpio, you have the Emperor. So for you, I think this week is going to be all about making very clear-headed decisions about how you want to move forward, about what life looks like for you this week, and just knowing that you are actually in control here, and you're in control in your ability to create these choices in your life that can align you in feeling as though you can make anything happen, feeling as though that you are in charge of your life and you can move things in directions to align yourself in a place that feels more where you want to be, that you have the power to do this. And this week is going to be a really big week in helping you with that. Now, you have the king, you have the King of Cups here, which is all about embracing compassion. He's the most compassionate out of all of the cards. So you have this real empathy within you, and tuning into your power of empathy is going to be very helpful in moving yourself in those directions that you know you want to. Allowing yourself to be really warm-hearted in your decision making, particularly around other people this week, is going to be really, really helpful in helping you move in your right directions. Just making sure that you're sharing compassion not only with others, but also with yourself, that you are being compassionate with yourself in your decision making, that you're not pushing yourself too hard in any one way, that you're moving in a really comforting and kind way and not one that's really forceful or pushy. With the Knight of Cups, it's movement in the emotional sphere. So I think that you have the real opportunity to clear your emotional state this week and put yourself in a place of feeling much more in a happy position instead of one that feels forced. That you can push yourself in a position that feels more calm and clear. You start a new beginning and a student and passion sphere in the joy and the creative sphere. So this is a great week for you to start a new creative project. That's for this one, but also to learn how to do something differently, to maybe learn a new creative skill, potentially take it as it resonates, but also just with the rest of this, I think that don't be afraid to try something new, to learn a different way of doing things, because I think ultimately that could help you. So with this Emperor position, he's unafraid to try new things to build his empire. So as you're building up your own metaphorical empire this week, make the choices in the movement, Scorpio, from a place of compassion and love. And as you do that, I think you can push yourself in a new direction that's really feeling like there's possibilities for yourself. So Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's my reading for you. We're moving on now to Sagittarius. And happy birthday to my Sagittariuses out there. We're still in Sagittarius season right now. So what do my Sagittariuses need to know this week? Okay, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do you got? First up, you got the Ten of Pentacles. So you've got ultimate abundance coming to you this week, which is great. This is ultimate fulfillment in the physical world. So something is aligning this week in your world. You have the world here too. We'll get there in a second. Something's aligning in your week this week, Sagittarius, to make you feel as though you've got abundant energy around you, that everything around you is flowing in a direction that's making you feel possible, that you're feeling the possibilities, you're feeling as though things can happen for you, which is great. Um, Interesting though, you have the Hanged Man here, which is feeling stuck. So it's, I think though, you know, I think this card, he pulls himself back in order to gain these wisdom. So this might be a week where you don't want to act too hard. This might be a week where you might want to take some steps back in order to process things on a deeper level. And I think by allowing yourself to do that, you you level up. Excuse me. You level up because you have the World card, which is um, moving up, moving on to a new chapter, gaining higher wisdom, um, and graduating to the next level. So I think that that comes this week from a place of taking a step back, not pushing. You might have been moving, full steam ahead in one direction that's actually not really aligned for you. And so things might have been, not working out or feeling stuck because you've been pushing yourself in one direction that's not right. So take a step back this week and um, let yourself feel as though you can, that it's okay to to not act, right? Sometimes we need to just not act, and we need to sit and process things and work through things. I think this is a week for doing that, because ultimately it's going to help you bring this abundance in. So don't be afraid to take a step back. If you feel like you're in this grind, hustle, well, I have to hustle to make the money and to do the thing and blah blah blah. Don't force it too hard. With this 10 of Pentacles, the abundance is coming in. So just let yourself take that step back to process. And ultimately, you have the King of Swords too. So two kings, no, only one king. The King of Swords, which is, he's a very clear, analytical thinking, analytical minded person. So use that analytical thinking, use that clear-headed thought process this week in order to allow yourself to make these decisions, to make these understandings, because ultimately that clear-headed, level-headed thinking is what's going to allow you to make the necessary choices that are needed in order to feel as though you are aligned and to go in this graduation energy. So anyway, Sagittarius, I hope that that's helpful. I hope you have an excellent week this week, and we're going to move on to Capricorn. So here we go. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Capricorns need to know? Melissa says thank you with the Sagittarius symbol. You're welcome, Melissa. I hope that you have a good week and that's helpful. Capricorn, what's going on, Capricorn? All right, Capricorn, you have the Ace of Swords. So you've got a new beginning and new opportunity here for you. And that opportunity is coming in the mind, in the thoughts center. So I think that you might be feeling, you might have a new idea come to you this week. You might think of things from a new perspective. This could be a new way of thinking, learning a new skill potentially, but changing your mind. This card can mean changing your mind. So something's going on where you're changing your mind about something. Ooh, and we have some help with the Judgment card about where that is. This week, I think you're going to have some powerful insights on a situation that has happened in the past. And your new thoughts process, your new perspective comes from this place here of understanding based on your new experience. So something's going on in the present moment right now that's going to help you reframe the past and understand what's happened to you a little bit better, and maybe forgive parts of the past. And so that's where this new perspective's coming in, because you have a new ability to process the past and let go of things that are no longer serving you. With the Five of Cups, I think, this is the grief card. So you might have been stuck in loss and grief about something for a long time. Something might have happened in the past that have left you feeling sad, left you feeling setback energy. And so with this card here, there's a feeling as though you are maybe starting to let go of some of those things, starting to to cherish the things in life that are still left over. And you know, we can never gain back what we've lost, yes, but sometimes we can get new things, and we can be in different places, and we can experience new joys and new love and new creation and new ability. And so this week it might be an opportunity for you to finally see that newness, see that freshness, and start to forgive, maybe forgive yourself for those past setbacks and situations. And know with the Knight of Wands that inspiration is still possible for you, and that you can find and connect with and cherish this inspired ability. That inspiration can come to you this week, and help you feel like you are connected to the inspired divine beauty that surrounds you. And you know, this might be a great week for connecting to new ideas and moving towards your dreams, really aligning yourself towards your dreams, even if it's a difficult thing sometimes. Knowing that you can do that, that you can align yourself towards the love and creative forces surrounding you to create this new moment for yourself. And you can do that. So yeah, Capricorn, I hope that's helpful, and I hope you have an excellent week ahead. We're going to move on now to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do my Aquariuses need to know? Okay, Aquarius, you've got the Eight of Cups as well. This has come up a bunch, so I think this is one of our collective messages. You might be feeling the urge to walk away from things in your life that are no longer serving you, and I think that that would do you well, Aquarius. So don't be afraid to let go of the things that aren't working, and don't be afraid to make the choices and the movements that you know you need to make, even if it can be difficult, because that's going to help align you in the direction that you need to go. You have the Six of Cups, which is happy memories of childhood. So, you know, use inspiration and happiness from when you were young to help inspire you to move forward and to make the decisions on where to go. You know, sometimes we can get bogged down in responsibilities, even if they're responsibilities that are not necessarily important in the moment. You know, we feel that they are, but ultimately they're not necessarily needed. And so this week, you know, it might be going back to basics, going back to your roots, and thinking, okay, well, what made me happy when I was younger, and what simple things, you know, children can embrace happiness at any moment, and it only takes simple things in order to make them really happy. So what simple things can you connect with to allow in happiness for yourself? And don't feel as though you have to make things really elaborate. You know, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, so this is a great new beginning for you towards abundance. So moving and changing small things in your life this week could help catapult you towards a direction of feeling really secure and abundant in life, and feeling as though you have the things that you need. You have good housing, you have good health, you have good job, you have good all of those things. Really connecting in with that energy, I think, could help you feel as though you can be in this place of real abundance. Finally, you have the Seven of Cups, which talks about lots of choices. So if you feel overwhelmed at which direction to move in, you know, move in the direction that aligns with this inner happiness. Connect into happy memories from childhood to help you make this decision, and choose the thing that's going to make you feel secure in yourself and feel like you are aligned. Don't feel like you have to choose something that, you know, is something from the past a little bit, that, like, you know, from the recent past that you've been working on but isn't working anymore. You know, don't feel like you have to maintain something that isn't working just because you've been doing it for a while, right? Go ahead and make the choices you know you need to make that might be changes and walking away from things, because ultimately it leads you to a place of feeling like you can make things happen. So Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that's my reading for you. I hope it's helpful. We're going to move on now to Pisces. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Pisces, what do you need to know, Pisces? You've got let's start with the Page of Pentacles. You got the Page of Pentacles. So you got a new beginning in the physical with the Pentacles. You might be starting a new job, moving to a new place, that kind of thing. But it's also like learning how to do something different. So the pages are students. So this might be learning a new skill this week, and or starting something new, to learn a new skill towards bringing in abundance. You know, this might be learning how to do something that can help bring you money for one aspect, or learning how to make changes in your life that can help you feel more abundant, or learning how to take care of your health in a new way that can leave you feeling better for your physical body, that kind of thing. Embrace this idea of learning and learning how to do things differently. Don't assume that you know everything you need to know, and that there's nothing else to learn, right? Embrace this idea and this feeling of learning new things in order to create new energy for yourself. Really allow yourself to embrace this feeling of newness, of creative forces. You've got the Three of Swords, which talks about heartbreak. So I think this is you know, maybe letting go of past heartbreak and past setbacks, and maybe, maybe a part of this feeling is the of that you know everything you need to know and there's nothing more to learn, that you're breaking out of this week. Maybe that comes from setback, from heartbreak. You know, a lot of times when things don't work out for us in the past, we use that as a excuse, is one word, or just as a, yeah, I guess you could say excuse. We use that as a thing to tell ourselves, oh, well, I can't do this because look at when it didn't happen before, right? But ultimately, you're the King of Wands here. So it's like you can manifest anything for yourself with this King of Wands energy. You can make anything happen. So, you know, don't let some kind of past setback, past situation keep you from feeling like you can make things happen, because you really can here. So it's ultimately just embracing this sense of learning. You know, don't pretend like you know everything. Learn something new, learn something different, learn how to look at it a different way, because I think that's ultimately it's going to lead you to the abundance that you're looking for, and the places that you're looking to go. So Pisces, that's my reading for you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I might need to cut this a little bit short, but I'm going to do one little quick collective card. And then we got 2 people in the chat. If you want a question answered, just let me know real quick, and I might be able to get to it, but ask quickly and I'll read it quickly. All right, here we go. Collective, what does a collective need? Collective, we have the Six of Wands, which is the victory card. So you know, oh, it's in the light beam. That's cool. So collective, what we need to know this week is that this is a great week to embrace our sense of victory. What can you do in your life where you can celebrate the wins? Definitely celebrate your wins this week, because, you know, even with little ones, you know, it's important to celebrate even the small things that are working out for us, because you never really know in this world, right? And there's always so many setbacks. And Kristen, you're all good. Get some rest. You're all right. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, Kristen. I appreciate it. You know, we've got this. It's always important to appreciate your gains and your wins, even when they're small, because, you know, there's going to be setbacks too. So really appreciate the small things, because that's all we got sometimes. So take a look at those small things and don't get lost in all the things that aren't working out, you know, with this Four of Cups. So, you know, the world's a crazy place. It's always a crazy place, but it's, you know, feeling crazier and crazier and weirder and less great, right? So if things are feeling like that for you, don't focus on the clown show going on around us, right? You know, what small things, small wins in your personal life can you hold on to? Can you champion? Can you work towards? Because ultimately that's going to help you feel more secure and better about yourself, and more aligned, and like that there are real possibilities available to you. So embrace those possibilities, embrace those feelings, because you've got this, and anything is possible. So anyway, everybody, I hope that that resonated for all of you. I hope that you have an excellent week ahead. Melissa, warm thoughts to you and safe travels. Great insight. Thank you so much, Melissa, Kristen. Thank you both for tuning in. I appreciate you guys catching all these lives. It's pretty great. So everybody, I will be back again next week, and stay tuned to the channel for more updates on the community posts. I'll probably start posting schedules on what to expect for the upcoming weeks there. I don't remember what. Yeah, I think probably around this time is when I will continue to do the lives moving forward, but I'm not entirely sure yet. So keep an eye on that. We'll definitely keep them on Sundays. I'm not entirely sure exactly what time because I'll be moving back to the US and figuring that out. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, I'll see you all later. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you have an excellent week ahead, and I will see you next week. Bye.